Hello. Okay, functional flow Monday. So we're gonna do. Oh, I left my chirp out there. I'll put that away. We're gonna be doing some some sort of like classical mat work. This is my chirp. This is sometimes what I roll my back out on. Just a quick plug for chirp. I really like these things. This is the smallest one. They may have different sizes now that I don't know about, but it has like a little divot for your spine. The smallest one is supposed to be is more intense than the larger ones. I feel like I've talked about this before, but I love this thing. I travel with it. Okay, enough about that. We're gonna use some light weights and a mat or a rug, whatever it is you have out. This is nice and squishy, so I'm just gonna use this. My light weights are twos. So whatever you have deemed is a lightweight, please grab it. We're gonna start with that. And you can come on up to stand, okay? So starting nice and tall, we'll bring our feet to the classical Pilates foot position, which is heels together, toes apart. Having said that, if that doesn't feel right for you, stand in another way that does, okay? Pushing down through your feet, standing nice and tall. Let's keep the arms heavy as we move the head around a little bit just to create an awareness about how the neck feels. We're breathing along the way. There's no one way to breathe. I often cue exhale here, inhale here, but in reality, as long as you're taking some nice deep breaths, that's great. That's perfect. And as long as you're using your breath as kind of the foundation of the movement in a way to help you understand the movement a little bit better, then that's the way that I look at it. And we'll come back to the center, and we're just going to hold here now and move the shoulders around a little bit. See how they feel? Just doing some nice easy circles in one direction. Getting a few clicks, snap, crackle, pops. Relax the jaw. And let's go the other way. You don't have to force mobility. Just move within a range of motion that feels like it makes sense today. And then we'll come back to the center. And now we're going to start to let these arms move a little bit. I'm just going to bring my hands out a little bit and rotate through the arms. So now my palms are looking out. And then I'm just completely rotating so they look the other way. That way. And that way. And I feel this in through my hands, my wrists. A little bit of wake up through the shoulders here. Let's just do one more each way. Good. And then we'll bring the arms right by the sides, and I'm keeping my chest lifted, my abdominals in as I bring my arms back. And then I'm just gonna nice, easy bicep curls. This is such a lightweight. I'm just gonna practice moving the arms a little bit as the upper body feels light, staying connected to the floor and focusing on taking those nice deep breaths. And let's just take a few more deep breaths. One of the people I follow on Instagram is The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. He used to be a professional wrestler. Now he's a full-time actor, and he's just a lovely guy. He makes tequila. I love him. Anyway, I was watching his workout on Instagram, and I thought, gosh, he's working hard. Like he's working really hard. That's great. Good for him. This is the opposite. This couldn't be more opposite. I'm just looking for ease right now. There's time and place for both of them, right? And then arms by your sides. Okay, now from here, we're gonna let the arms move out to the sides and then back down, and then I'll bring them out front and out to the sides. I guess I'm a little envious too. Like I would love to like have some of those real hard workouts in the future. And my goal is to get back to some of that stuff. We'll do a few more here. And two, and we'll just do one more here out front, but we'll stay here and you can turn your palms up, shoulders are relaxed, bend and reach. Okay, so there's no reason why you need to hold weights here. The weights are, like I said, I think should be nice and light. Just create an awareness of your movement, pretending that the air is a little bit thicker. That's a nice way to leave the weights out, but still just kind of work on the movement. And let's do 2 more here. I'm just lifting everywhere through the crown of the head. I'm really trying to just lift up into gravity. I'm gonna do 1 more here, and then I'm coming back about halfway. I'm gonna let my palms face one another and come back in. And bringing your elbows a little bit lower is fine. You can even come down here if you want. Just decide today where the movement needs to be. Let's do 4 more deep breaths along the way. And 2. Last one. And come in and then come all the way down. Nice heavy arms by your sides. Let's do another little half circle for the head in one direction. Breathe. And then a half circle going the other way. And then come back to the center. And I'm going to come to parallel feet. And let's first just stand nice and tall and bend the knees. The knees will come forward. Let your arms be heavy. Hold on to the weights, but let everything feel fairly released. And then come right back. When you come right back up, let's lift and lower the heels. Bend, up, lift, lower. Bend, extend, lift, slowly lower down. Breathe. Up. Breathe, breathe. 3 more. 3. And 2. 1 more. Great. And now I'm going to move my feet just a little bit closer together. And I'm going to bring my left foot forward and my right foot back. My feet are about as wide as my sits bones, just to provide a little bit of sturdiness from the ground up. I'm going to rotate my hips. So my right hip and my left hip are trying to kind of be in the same plane, and even with my shoulders. Arms are going to remain nice and long. And I'm just going to hinge towards my left leg. And then come on back up again, standing nice and tall. Hinging forward. I still am really trying to just let my arms be nice and long, and I'm not doing any extra work here. Yes, I happen to be holding on to these 2 light weights, but it feels really easy to do. Really nice and easy to do. I'm going to do 3 more here. And 2 more. And then 1 more time, letting the breath help you. And I'm going to go forward about 1/4 of the way, and then bend my elbows and pull them right in by my sides. As I lift my back heel, I'm just going to extend my arms by my sides. Bend, reach the heel down, lift, lengthen and straighten the arms. Bend. Okay, so I still have a bunch of energy into my standing leg, my front foot, but there's some length and work happening through the right leg. So I am using both feet. Nice, easy movement for the arms. Let's do 3 more here. And 2. Last one. And then come upright again and bring your back foot down. Let's try and get the spine just nice and straight and lifted. Let's straighten the front leg and then bend again. So what I'm doing here, I have to scratch my nose. What I'm doing here is I'm pressing my right hip forward. And as I move through this is actually, for me, a very deep hip flexor stretch. Stretch through here because I'm tight there. And I'm actively pressing forward through my right hip, okay? It could be very subtle for some of you. I think the more straight ahead you get your back foot, it kind of rotates the leg and the hip. What am I doing here? I'm straightening the front leg and bending. We're just gonna do 2 more here. And then 1 more time. Okay, let's come back to where we started. I'll give you the side view. Left knee bent, right leg back. We're hinging 1 more time, about 1/4 of the way forward. And I'm gonna bring my arms underneath my shoulders. Belly button is in. Arms are gonna come out nice and wide. And then back down. And then back down. I kind of want to lift my back heel a little bit, just for a little extra energy through the back leg. Last 2. And 1 more time. And then come on down. And let's step the right leg forward. Just hold here for a minute, standing nice and tall. And let your arms be heavy. Take an inhale into your belly. And exhale. Okay, we do have to do the other leg. So now it's right leg forward, left leg back. Feet, sits bones distance, maybe a little wider. And arms just right by your side. I'm trying to get my back foot sort of looking straight ahead. And I'm gonna start by lifting and lowering the heel. And we're gonna add that little bicep curl in again. That was nice. So as the heel goes up, your arms go back. Okay, and again, there's no one way to breathe, and there's no right position really here. So adjust until you find one that feels functional. I'm trying to keep my right knee kind of over my right foot and my back leg fairly straight. 4 more here. 4. And 3, 2, 1 more. And then I'm going to bring my arms down and I'm going to stand up, pushing forward through my left hip, reaching down through my left heel, and then almost like dropping my tailbone so I can get that stretch through my left hip. It's not nearly as deep as it was through my right hip. So I feel really, this is a much different exercise here. Last 5 and 4 and 3, 2 more, and then 1 more time. And then we'll bend the knee, a little bit of a lean forward. I'm going to lift the heel like I did on the other side. I liked that. Arms again come wide. And again, wide. Last 4. And 3. And 2. And 1 more time. And then come all the way down. And I'm just going to step forward and come on up to stand, okay? From here, I'm going to put my weights down on the mat, real close to where I'm going to be lying down. I'm also getting a little warm. I'm going to take off my sweatshirt. And we're going to come down onto the mat, and we'll come down onto our bellies first. I'm going to come down onto my belly by walking through, kind of through a little bit of a plank and a stretch. So I'm going to start standing the opposite side of the rug or the mat and reach up nice and tall. And I'm going to roll through the spine to come towards the ground. And then I'm just going to hold here for a second because it feels like a much needed stretch through my back and my shoulders and my legs. Have yourself a deep breath as you let your head get heavier. And then I'm going to walk out. I think I'm going to find a down dog. Letting the heels come towards the ground, moving the legs a little bit. Letting the head be heavy. Taking a few more deep breaths here. And then coming down towards the mat into a brief, deep breath plank here. Finding length. And then lowering the knees and coming all the way down to the mat. And we can just rest our head on our hands. And just let your spine feel long, let your legs feel long, head heavy on your hands. Try to expand your waist with your inhale. Let your belly fill the ground up underneath you and let your back fill up with air. Let's do 2 more of these nice deep breaths here. One more. And I'm going to keep pressure down into the mat and keep the breath moving and start to lift my head and my chest away from the ground. And then lower back down. And lift. And lower. As you are moving up and down, again, you don't have to keep your hands right where they are. Maybe coming a little wider feels better for you. You can always move the parts around. And let's just do 3 more here with a little bit more focus on how the breath supports the movement. Last one. Good. And then from there, I am going to bring my arms out to that cactus or goalpost shape. And I'm going to let the arms come up with the head and the chest. But first, I'm going to draw the abdominals in to support the extra weight. And then lower down. Okay, so I feel a little bit like I'm pressing down into the mat with my hips and my pelvis. And that creates a bit of leverage there and support. I'm going to do about 4 more here. As you lift, get longer through the spine. And 3. And 2. And last one. And then come all the way down. Let's bring the hands underneath the shoulders. And we're going to sit back on our heels. Stretch through the spine. Long arms, hips are back, head is down. Exhale. And 1 more. And then let's come forward into a hands and knees position. Hands right underneath the shoulders. Knees together, feet together. And we will round through the spine, head down, and then arch and lengthen. And let's just do 2 more sets. And arch and lengthen, and then 1 more time. And exhale or inhale to return to center. Okay, I'm going to let the arms move a little bit here to create a bit of a twist through the spine. So I'm going to bring my right hand underneath my chest and then my left arm up. And we'll switch and breathe. And switch and breathe. Bending the elbow is nice here as well. Have a look at your top hand. 1 more each way. And then return to the mat. Curl your toes forward. Sit back towards your heels. Just give your feet a bit of a stretch. You can relax your shoulders. Hold here for just a second. Keep that little foot stretch and keep your weight back on your feet. We're going to let the shoulders come away from the ears, and I'm going to gently lift my chest a little bit So my spine comes into a bit of an arch. I'm still supporting this little shape with my abdominals. And I'm going to let my head move a little bit here, looking left and right. And then looking down and up. And then going side to side. And then come back to center. Okay, so look left, look right, look down, and up. And then ear to shoulder, ear to shoulder. One more each way here, okay? Breathe. Nice lifted and supported spine. Look left and right and down and up and side to side, okay? Ooh, I'm gonna uncurl those toes. All right, so I am coming to a seated position here. We're gonna do a little spine stretch forward. The weights, your light weights are really close to you. Sometimes it's a really nice idea to incorporate holding the weights into the movement. I don't really wanna do that today, but if that sounds like a nice idea to you, please go ahead and go for it, okay? So I'm gonna sit upright, emphasizing the lift in my spine, nice and long through the legs, crown of the head reaching straight up, flexed feet, inhale, sit taller. And then draw the abdominals in to find that big stretch forward. Flexed feet, reach. 3 more here. Inhale, stack the spine, sit tall. Exhale, reach forward. 2 more. One more time. And then come all the way up to sit. From here, I'm going to bring my hands behind my head and pull my head back into my hands. I'm going to soften my knees a little bit here because it makes it a little bit more doable to sit up nice and straight. I'm also going to give you a side view so you can see a little bit better what's going on. Lifting through the spine, shoulders are down. We're going to do a little side, center, to side. I'm trying to keep my weight in my sits bones, both of them. So as I stretch over to the left, I'm not leaving the ground with my right tushy, although I do feel lighter through that side, just because coming over to the side is making that happen. But I'm trying not to do it too much. Side to side through the spine. 1 more each way. And even yourself out. And then come back to the center. And then extend the legs back out again. And now we're going to bring the arms wider than the feet for saw. So I'm going to twist to the left, dive forward through my right hand, head down, back, arm up. Exhale, 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 exhale. Inhale, come back to center. And then twist and reach. 1 more each way. Deepest breath. And then come all the way up and then bring the arms down. I'm going to come back to my side view here, soften my knees and slowly lie down through the spine. Slowly lie down through the spine. Use your hands if you need to, okay? There's no reason why. If you feel great without using them, that's fine too. And we're going to come all the way down to the mat here. Knees are bent at first. And let's just do a little bit of breathing here. Bring your hands to your waist. Inhale and just let your hands almost slide apart from one another as your belly fills up with air. And then let the fingers come back in towards one another with your exhale. 2 more like this. Maybe there's like another corner of your lungs that you haven't gotten to yet. Envision your lungs fully expanding. Okay, great. So now we're gonna let the arms come down by your sides. But I'm gonna turn my attention to my abdominals, pulling them in a little bit almost towards the mat underneath me. It doesn't mean I'm jamming my back into the floor, but I am feeling a bit more engaged there. And then I'm gonna bring one leg up. I'm gonna hold that position, intentionally draw my abdominals in a little bit more deeply. And I'm bringing the other leg up as well. The first leg is gonna slowly go back down, and then the second leg will go back. And then we'll start the little journey with the second leg. My left leg is gonna come up, intentionally draw the abdominals in more deeply, bring the right leg up, left leg goes down, and the right leg goes down. Again, right leg up, left leg up, right leg down, second leg down. One, now I'm going back to my left leg up, right leg up, left leg down, right leg down. This time, right leg up, left leg up, hold them here. Draw those abdominals in and bring both arms up towards the ceiling. I'm going to keep my legs lifted, knees in a little bit. The further away your legs are, the more intense this gets for the flexors. Maybe you like that. I like to bring my knees almost right over my belly button. We're going to practice curling the head, neck, and shoulders up. Take a nice deep breath. Curl forward, and then inhale, go back down. We're going to do this 4 more times. And back down. 3 more. Last one. Come all the way back down, and let's rest the feet down for a moment, and let's bring the arms out east and west and just rest them on the mat. Take a minute to let your pelvis relax a little bit. Walk your feet out away from one another a bit. Knees are going to come right, back to center, and left, back to center, right, and left. And just let your knees come over as far as they kind of want to. This feels like 2 things for me. A little bit of a massage through my low back and my hips, which is nice. And this is just a nice, lovely way to create mobility in the hips and in the pelvis. Let's do 2 more sets here. 2. And 1 more each way. And then I'm going to come back to the center, pause, and then walk my feet in a little bit and bring my arms down by my sides, okay? So I'm going to keep my feet in about as wide as my sits bones or my hips, pressing the arms down, and we're going to roll through the spine to come away from the floor. Adjust your feet if you need to. Start with your pelvis. We're going to gently tuck through the pelvis and roll away from the floor. Along the way, pushing through the feet to come up. Up, 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 up. And then roll back down in the same way. As you're rolling down, try not to push down through your spine, but kind of release and roll through. Release and roll through. When you get to the bottom, release the pelvis and come all the way through to a little bit of an arch. So we're going sort of full range of motion. Arch to tuck. There's the arch, and we're going to come back through, curling up, pushing through your feet. Okay, keep going there for a second. I know some of you have some discomfort into your pelvis, your low back, your hips. Sometimes adding in something either to squeeze or to press out into can alleviate that discomfort as you're practicing rolling through the spine. I don't always know which one it's going to be for me. I'm just to play this game really quickly. I just want to add something in between my thighs to give a little bit of a squeeze too. It just activates different muscles, okay? So I just want to throw that out. There could be another way to do it that can maybe feel a little bit better for you, for me, who knows, right? Okay, so as you're rolling up and down, rather than, bracing through even a part of that just maybe hurts, just change it a little bit to see if we can make it better. I added this little thing to squeeze, and that feeling that I was feeling got a little bit better. Okay. And we're just going to do one more of these after you release this one and come into a bit of an arch. We'll do one more here, tucking and rolling through the pelvis and coming up and rolling to come back down and releasing, coming into that little bit of an arch, but then come back to neutral. If you grab anything, you can get rid of what you had. I'm going to bring my right leg up to the ceiling, and I'm going to hold on behind my right thigh. If you're very flexible, walk up towards your calf. That's fine too. We're going to point and flex, and point and flex. Two more here. One more time. And then I'm going to walk my hands up even a little bit higher. Ooh, deep stretch. Take a nice deep breath here. And one more. And then I'm going to put this right leg down and bring the left leg up. We're just getting our little stretch in before we do our single leg circles. So hands behind the left leg, point and flex. Point and flex. Two more. And then one more time. And I'm going to slide my hands up a little bit higher and take a nice deep breath. Inhale, exhale. And then I'm going to bring the left leg down. I'm going to slide both legs away from the tush. Feel free to completely straighten your legs if that's a good choice for you. Right leg is going to come up, pointed foot, a little bit of turnout here, and I'm going to circle the leg in, around, and up. Lots of engagement through the abdominals here. Help through the arms, length through the neck. Three more in this direction. Deep breaths. Belly button is in. One more time here, and then we go the other way. Let's go 5 in the other direction. 5, and up, and 4, and up, and 3, and 2. One more time, and come up. Hold here, bend the knee, hug your shin, straighten out that left leg. Take a nice deep breath here for a moment. Elbows are going to go wide. Exhale, keep your neck long as you curl your forehead towards your knee. Big old stretch. Let's keep this knee central, right over your belly button-ish. And then 2 more. Head down and come back up. One more. Head down. Come on back up. Hold here. Switch the legs. Hug the left, straighten the right leg out, and just rest the leg down. Big stretch forward. Pull the knee central. Inhale back down. Exhale up. One more. And then put the head down. Let's slightly bend that right leg and extend the left leg up towards the ceiling. Single leg circles with now the left leg. In, around, up. In, around 2. In, around 3. And 4. And 5. And let's go the other way. Support the movement with that deep breath. And 2. and 3, 4, last one. And come up, let's bend that knee, give it a hug. We're gonna move into the first part of our stomach series. You can always grab something for underneath your head if you want to. I'm gonna hug the left leg in and extend the right leg out. I'm gonna draw my abdominals in deeply and switch the legs. And switch. Adding the lift of your head is up to you. I'm not gonna do it for this first part. Curling the head, neck, and shoulders up is a great idea if it's right for you today. 3 more here. 2 more. 1 more. Each way. Now hug both legs in. Feet together, knees apart. Stretch apart and bring it all back in. Bring it all back in. Reach and return. Reach and return. Lifting your head is fine here too. 1 more. And big scissors here, scissory legs. 1 leg up as the other one comes out. Two more. Last set. Bend the knees, rest the head, arms by your sides, both legs up to the ceiling. Lower lift. Lower lift. Soften the knees if you need to, that's okay. Last 4. Last 2. Woo! Put the feet down, take a nice deep breath. Inhale, exhale. Bring the legs back to tabletop. Hands behind the head. Change anything that you need to. I'm going to rotate to one direction with my elbows and then return to the ground. Rotate through the spine. 2 more just like this. Good. And now I'm going to bring the right leg up to the left knee. Sorry, my right elbow up to my left knee. Hold here. I'm going to extend my right leg out. Little pulse towards this knee. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other way. Little pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh. Come all the way down. Take a nice deep breath. Exhale. I'm going to bring my feet wide from one another. Arms a little bit wide, and then hips come up with an exhale. And then back down. And then back down. Okay? Let's do 4 more. And 3. 2 more. And last one here. And back down. Okay, from here I'm going to roll over onto my side, and I want to grab my light weights because I want to use them in the next little bit. So I'm just bringing them close to our side body work. So come on to one of your sides. I'm going to start on my left side, and I'm going to extend my legs out. So I'm completely resting on my side here. Right hand right in front of the ribs or the chest. And the right leg is going to come up just a little bit. Just take a minute right here to create a little bit of ease in this position. Try to balance on your side. And yeah, you're using your hand on the mat here. But try and find your length so you're not like overly gripping through the neck and the shoulders, okay? Make adjustments so you don't have to work so hard there, perhaps. And we're going to let the top leg move forward and back. Nice breathing to support the movement. Deep breathing is really what I should say. Deep breath to support the movement. 5 and 4 and 3 and 2. One more. And then bring the legs together and kick up and come down. And 2 and 3, 4, 5. Last one. Lift, hover the top leg over the bottom leg. Small circles here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We go the other way. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to bend my knee, grab my top ankle, and put my foot down in front of my bottom leg. This is the way that I was taught this little exercise. If this is just a no-go for you, just keep your knee bent and rest it down in front of you. That's okay too, okay? So this knee wants to reach up towards the ceiling. This is a deep stretch for this top hip. Bottom leg lifts. Little pulse here. 8, 7, 6. Belly is in. 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's flex the foot. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's point the foot. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's do a little bit of both. Flex, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, point. 3 more. 3, 3, 2, 2, and 1, and 1. Ooh, put the leg down. Let's straighten that top leg out again. Let's make ourselves into one long, straight-ish line. Both legs lift. Maybe the upper body lifts a bit, maybe not. Lifting away from the floor, finding as much length as you can. And then lowering down. I kind of like to play with balance here a little bit, bringing the top arm away from the mat, seeing how that feels. 2 more, just letting this top arm move a little bit because it feels kind of nice. 1 more. And then let's come down, bend the knees. You can grab one of those nice little weights or 2, elbow close to the ribs, and I'm going to lift my hand. So my fingertips are kind of reaching up towards the ceiling for 10 and 9, 8, long, easy neck here. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then come all the way down. Leave the weight there for a minute. Prop yourself up on your elbow, your bottom elbow. And let's bring the knees away from us a little bit so we have kind of a straight-ish front body here. I'm going to keep this weight close because I may want to grab it. Elbow presses down so you can connect this bottom shoulder down into the back of it. Belly is in, and we'll lift the hips and then lower down. Lift the hips and lower down. Let's do 4. We'll try this with the arm. And down. 3 more. And down. 2 more. And down 1 more time. And down. Okay, that was good. Come down onto your side body 1 more time. I'm going to do 1 more set here for the rotators. So elbow kind of close to the side body and 10. Relax the neck and the forehead and the jaw. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one here. And then come all the way down. And I'm just gonna turn this into, I'm just getting that out of the way, into a bit of a stretch. I'm gonna bring my bottom arm forward. I'm gonna carefully take this weight with me. Ooh, and bring the arm over. I like to keep the weight the arm that I have my weight in, my right arm, in this bent position like a cactus, because it just feels like a great stretch across the chest. Breathe here. One more deep breath. Leave the weight there, and then roll back, and then come on up to sit. And let's come over to the other side here. Whatever you use, bring it with you. I only used one of those weights, so I'm gonna come over, extend the legs, find like a nice long line for the upper body, and bring the legs slightly forward. So like I said, yeah, we keep our hands somewhere. Often I bring my hand right in front of my ribs or my chest. But go ahead and find like a little bit of balance here. I always sort of like tip my weight back and forward just so I'm not doing so much work with this top arm, okay? Lift that top leg and we come forward and back. Forward and back. Your pace is always up to you. You may be going slower than me or faster than me, that's fine. Last 4 here. 4, 3, and 2, 1. Woo. And then bring the leg on top of the bottom leg, up and down. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and lower almost all the way down. Pause there, make that leg super long, little circles. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, let's go the other way. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna bend this knee. I'm gonna find this slightly uncomfortable position to do inner thigh work. I do like it though, because it gives you that big stretch through the hip here. But like I said, just rest your leg down if that's a better choice. Bottom leg, lift and lower. Lift and lower. 2, 3, 4. Belly button is in. 5, 6, 7. And now we flex. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, again with a point. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and now we do a little bit of both. Flex and point, and 2, and 2, and 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, one more set, 6, and 6. Ooh, lower that leg. Let's bring both legs out. Find your sort of side balance as you lift. I always want to bring my head up in this position, but don't feel like you have to. Play around with what your top arm is doing, maybe. Two more. Last one. And then come all the way down. Let's bend the knees. Grab that cute little weight. Elbow close to ribs. 10. 9. Nice easy jaw here and forehead. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And one more here. And then come all the way down. Let's put that weight off to the side. And elbow under shoulder. Try and get yourself straight edge through the front of the body. Drive the forearm and elbow down to lock that shoulder in towards the back. Lift and lower. Find that belly engagement. Three more. Two more. Last one here. And then come all the way down. Let's come onto our sides for one more rotator set here. And we'll do 10 more. 10, 9, and 8, 7. Good to notice if one side feels a lot different from the other. Relax the jaw and the forehead. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one here. And then come down, and we're going to turn this into a stretch. So I'm going to bring my bottom arm forward, carefully bring my top arm out, keeping that sort of cactusy shape. Leave the weight out if it's too intense. And breathe. Two more exhales here. Awesome. Leave the weight there. Roll it back. And let's come onto our hands and knees. We're going to come up to stand through a down dog. Okay? Hands and knees first. Shift your weight forward a little bit and then send your hips back. Just do this a couple times. Forward and back. One more. Forward and back. And I'm going to curl my toes forward and lift. Head is heavy, shoulders slide away from the ears. Take one more deep breath here. And let's soften the knees. Walk the hands back towards the feet. Come into a released upper body position. Arms are heavy, head is heavy. Give yourself a deep breath. And then connect to the floor with your feet. Roll it up. All the way. All right, we did it. Good work. Have a great day.